There you go.
Hi, my name is Jason Walters, and this is my speech on my most prized possession. Here's my audience.
Hi, I'm TA. Hi, I'm Chuck.
My most prized possession is my truck. I have a blue 1998 Dodge Dakota with the extended cab. It doesn't have anything fancy on it as far as spoilers or lights. It's just a regular truck. My dad bought it new and drove it to work and back until I turned 16. First day I had it, my cousins and I were going fishing, and the passenger window shattered when the door closed. Luckily, my dad saw it because I would have had a hard time explaining that one. I wouldn't have believed it either. It is starting to get old. It's starting to get old though. I have over 185,000 miles on it, but it's still running good. The gas mileage isn't great. I usually get around 15 to 16 miles per gallon, but your perks from driving a truck don't come from the gas mileage. I've had to do some work on the motor, mostly things that wear out over time. It has a 3.9 V6, which has more power than you would think. I replaced the water pump a couple of times and the coolant hoses as well. I've also had to replace the steering gear and have maintenance done to the suspension. Every year I do a maintenance service on it where I install new spark plugs, ignition wires, and distributor cap. I also do the regular oil changes. The most expensive thing on it right now is the new starter I installed last week. It's starting to show its age though. Some of the paint is peeling, but I plan on fixing that with a vinyl graphics wrap. That has pretty much minor problems to have as compared to other vehicles of the same age. This truck is still a good truck. Without it, I would have a hard time getting to work to pay for its insurance and gas. It also benefits me at work because I get training on fixing cars while at work. My truck also allows me to get to class, which is my #1 priority right now because these classes cost too much to not show up. Best thing about driving my truck is that I'm comfortable in it. When I've driven smaller cars, they don't seem to have enough room for my legs. When I'm driving my truck, I feel like I can stretch out and not be tense while I'm driving. Just the fact that it is larger than most vehicles on the road now makes me feel pretty safe as well. It doesn't like getting into parking spots too well though. Since it has a larger than normal bed, the back tires don't like to follow the front of the truck very well at short turns. I have to make sure I swing out wide before pulling into a spot. I can't just pull in at the last second without having to readjust. The main reason my truck is my most prized possession is because of the fun I have with it. One of my favorite things to do is to go fishing or tubing on the lake over the weekends with my friends. I don't use the truck for fishing, but I can't get the boat to the lake without the truck, so I'm very happy to have it on these days. I have often thought of getting a fuel efficient car, but they can't tow a boat. Also, when I'm going to the lake, we can load everything we need to the bed, making the truck pretty much perfect for those occasions. I also like going to football games, and what fun would pregame be without the truck for tailgating? Even if you never watch a game, you can still have a lot of fun enjoying the tailgating parties outside of the stadium. Many times having a truck brings the party closer, allowing me to meet some new people who enjoy doing the same things. Another good reason I like having a truck is its ability to haul things. Usually when I go camping, I don't have to worry about having enough room for all the supplies, like the tent or extra wood for the bonfire. It makes it nice not having to leave something behind because there wasn't room for it. Also, while having a truck, your neighbors become more friendly because they also need things hauled that won't fit in a car. And it's never hurt being nice to my neighbors because I can always go to them when I need something too. Probably the most fun I have with my truck is when I go off-road. I used to go motoring with my friends, but that's hard on any vehicle, and I got tired of always having to get something fixed on the suspension. Trust me, it gets expensive quick. First couple times you break something, you think, oh, that was just a weak part. Then the next time you go out, something else breaks, and it's usually expensive. I still like to go to the woods, where I'm a part of a hunting club that manages animal herds that are causing damage to crops. I'm also pretty sure that a car wouldn't be able to do that. There are many times when the terrain is too rough for anything other than a truck or off-road vehicle, so again, I benefit from my truck. I'm not saying my truck is good for going off-road, but it's not bad either. I've made it through some mud holes that I thought was impossible with two-wheel drive. It wasn't pretty, but it made it. Many people don't see a truck as useful as I do, but they also don't need a car for the same reasons. My truck may look a little rough around the edges, but that doesn't make any difference to me. I still wouldn't drive it over a new car. I would definitely have a harder time pursuing some of the things I like doing without it. I feel like my truck reflects who I am. The motor runs good as a result of me being a mechanic, so it doesn't hurt me too much that the mileage is high. It usually has some mud on it and spends many Sundays at the lake. That is why my truck is my most prized possession.